Long before brain scans and fancy lab studies, ancient thinkers already knew how to, reshape the mind. Now, science is finally catching up, you know? And what it reveals? Well, it just might change how you change everything. So, let's start with Mia. Mia always said, "I'm just bad at handling conflict." Growing up, raised voices meant danger, so she learned to shut down, smile, and disappear. Poor thing. Even now, as an adult, if someone's upset, her pulse spikes, her stomach drops, her brain says run. But one day, Mia's in therapy, and her counselor says, "What if your brain isn't the problem? It's just running an old pattern." That moment, it cracked something open. Because what felt like personality was actually just practice. This is neuroplasticity, you see? The idea that your brain isn't, like, fixed. It rewires itself based on experience, attention, and repetition. For centuries, people thought adult brains were basically stuck in their ways. But today, neuroscience tells us otherwise. Your brain is constantly adapting, forming new pathways when you shift your focus, try new habits, or even just imagine different outcomes. Now, Andrew Huberman explains it like this: neurons that fire together, wire together. That means the more often a thought, reaction, or behavior gets triggered, the stronger that pathway becomes. It's like carving a trail through a forest. The more you walk it, the clearer it gets. But here's the twist. That also means you can choose a new trail. It just takes effort, you know? Now, ancient wisdom, it already knew this. The Buddha taught, and I quote, "What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create." Powerful stuff. And the Stoics? Well, they practiced pre-rehearsal, literally visualizing challenges to, in essence, train their emotional response. They weren't just meditating, no. They were reprogramming. Now, modern studies, they back all of this up. In one experiment, people who only imagined doing finger exercises still increased finger strength by, get this, 22%. Their brains actually adapted, even without the physical movement. And in another study, stroke patients who mentally rehearsed moving their limbs recovered faster than those who didn't. It's not magic, folks. It's attention, it's repetition, it's neuroplasticity. Now, this is where things get personal, see? You've probably been rewiring your brain already. You just didn't know it. Scrolling when bored? Avoiding those hard conversations? Telling yourself, "I'm just not a morning person?" Those are mental reps too. You're teaching your brain, whether you mean to or not. But here's the real power move. You can interrupt that old pattern and reinforce a new one. It doesn't happen overnight, no, but it does happen over time. Start by noticing the script, then challenge it, then practice the new one, even if it feels awkward at first. That's how Mia rewired her response to conflict. One conversation, one breath, one rep at a time. We unpack more of these transformation patterns in the full Mind vs. Brain playlist. Check the pinned comment if you want to go deeper. Here's a reminder from Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. That's plasticity. That's agency. Your brain has a blueprint, but you hold the pen. So here's a challenge. What's one habit, belief, or story you've repeated so many times you forgot it was optional? Drop it in the comments. Name it. Question it. That's how change begins. This wraps part 3 of our Mind vs. Brain series. But the journey doesn't stop here. If you missed parts 1 and 2, we got you. The full playlist is in the pinned comment and description. And if this series helped you spot your autopilot, send it to someone who's ready to take the wheel. You're not stuck. You're wired. And wiring can change. It just takes awareness and practice.